Hello everyone and welcome to the Saturday Story with me, Alex, and my good friend Bartholomew. We're both from Christchurch, Skipton and St Mary's, Carlton and Craven, and we love sharing stories, Bible stories, to help people in their daily lives. Regular viewers of these videos will see that we're in slightly different surroundings today. I hope you like them. This is because I've got a new piece of kit and I was just looking to try it out. Just to let you know that I need to make this video in one take, so if you see any little mistakes from myself or the silly sheep here, then you'll know why. Now, before we have our story, it's traditional to have a joke from Bartholomew. But as we all know, his jokes aren't always that funny. But we must have them, and so, yes, Bartholomew, please share with us the joke. What is a tree's favourite month? I don't know, what is a tree's favourite month, Bartholomew? September. September. Maybe slightly better than last week. I don't know. Still not brilliant joke. And probably the last week you'd get to tell that joke because we're running out of September, aren't we? Let's move on. Let's do some thinking before we have our story today. Sometimes people say or do things that hurt each other. And when this happens, it can be hard to say, I'm sorry. Saying sorry when you have thought about what you have done and decided that it wasn't a good thing to do is very special. To be forgiven for what you have done means starting again, being given a fresh start, and not going back to what happened in the past. Some interesting thoughts. Let's bear them in mind as we listen to the story. Let's get ready to hear the story. First, we need to make sure we're seated comfortably in our seats. And we need to open our ears and our hearts ready to receive the story. Are you ready? Then we'll begin. Jesus was having dinner at the home of Simon the Pharisee. Pharisees were very keen to obey every little last thing that God had said. But sometimes they could be very critical of people who they thought didn't obey as well as they did. While Jesus was eating, a woman came in off the street looking for him. She'd done some bad things that God didn't want her to do, and everyone knew it. In those days, people ate at low tables, propped up by one arm with their feet stretched out behind them. So as Jesus ate, the woman walked behind him, weeping. She knelt down and let her tears fall onto his feet. Then she wiped the tears away with her hair and poured perfumed oil all over them. Simon the Pharisee was disgusted. If Jesus really was sent by God, he said to himself, he would know that this was a bad person, and he would never let her touch him. Jesus knew what Simon was thinking, so he said to him, Simon, I have a little story for you. Once there was a man whose job was to lend people money. One man owed him 500 coins. Another man owed him only 50 coins. One day, the man who lent the money decided to forgive the debts of both of these men, which means that they didn't need to pay him back. So let me ask you, Simon, which of these two men will be the most grateful, the most thankful? Is it the one who owed 500 coins or the one who owed 50 coins? It's obvious, said Simon. The one who owed the most was the most grateful. That's right, said Jesus. I came into your house as your guest. Did you wash my feet? No. But this woman wet my feet with her tears and dried them with her hair. I came into your house as your guest. Did you anoint my head with oil? No. But this woman has poured expensive oil on my feet. And that's because she is like the man who owed 500 coins and whose debt was paid. She did a lot of bad things, but those things have been forgiven by God, taken away so she can make a brand new start, and now she is very grateful. You, however, are like the man who owed 50 coins and whose debt was paid. You don't think you have a lot to be forgiven for, so you're not very grateful. For the one who has been forgiven much loves much. The one who has been forgiven much loves much. And the one who has been forgiven little loves little. And Jesus turned to the woman and said, the bad things you have done, the things that God didn't want you to do, have indeed been forgiven. Go in peace. And so she went. Not a bad person anymore, but a person who had been forgiven. A wonderful story, I'm sure you'll agree. In the story, Simon the Pharisee kept coming back to what the woman had done in the past. I don't think he was thinking about giving her a fresh start. Jesus' story about the two men showed Simon the importance of forgiving people for big mistakes and little mistakes. Christians believe that it is important to follow Jesus' example and to forgive one another when things go wrong as best as we can, because forgiving can sometimes be very hard, can't it? Let's have a quiet moment together. Close your eyes and think about the difference a fresh start could make for you and for other people. Is there somebody who has said, I'm sorry to you, who you need to forgive? Do you need to say sorry to anyone for something you have said or done? What things might you need to help you on that journey towards forgiveness? Let's think about these things for a quiet moment. Let's pray for a moment. Dear God, for your deep love for us, you are always waiting to forgive us and to give us a fresh start. Day after day, time after time. Help us to be inspired to do the same for others. Amen. Wow, a powerful message in our Saturday story this week, Bartholomew. If there's anything that people, particularly grown-ups, want to chat about, then do get in contact. Our contact details are available on Christchurch's website. But for now, let me wish you a very blessed week. And of course, as we heard in the story, that wonderful phrase, that wonderful sentiment, peace be with you. Thank you for watching and see you next week.